Working at a steel mill is one of the most challenging occupations in the world. Between 1900 and 1930, over 198 people died at the Sydney Steel Plant. At that time, safety was a low priority.
Iron and steel are 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So the heat is constant, it's always there. And you don't get a nick or a scratch, it's usually a broken limb, and sometimes your life.
Under the new regime of DOSCO, a hospital was built on the steel plant site in 1931. The hospital included outpatient and inpatient services with a modern operating room and a 6-bed ward.
You had overhead cranes, you had heat, you had dust, you had dirt.
The ambient temperature at any given time be 140 degrees.
Yes, it was hot, dirty, and dangerous.
Well, you got to remember when you bring in a ladle of steel, 2,000 degrees.
Locomotive shunting cars in and out of your work area all the time, and equipment powered by high voltage electricity.
You had accidents in the blast furnace, the blooming mills, the rail mills, all over, you know, there was accidents to coke ovens. I lived in a neighborhood where a guy had one leg and one arm and lived in his home up until about 3 years ago. And he was, that was probably 1969 when that accident happened.
When the Nova Scotia provincial government took over the operation of the plant in 1968, new health and safety regulations were imposed, which greatly reduced workplace accidents. However, the steelworkers were already looking out for one another.
And not only watch out for yourself, you're always watching out for your buddy, and likewise.
You didn't care what church the guy next to you went to, and he didn't care what color your skin was. All you cared about was you were watching out for each other.
You're constantly working in heat, you're pouring metal into ingots, so the only person you had to rely on was the guy that was with you and the guy looking after your back.
Sometimes some benches there by our monument, our tribute to our casualties. Sometimes I'll sit there and have a coffee and that, and some old friends are on that monument.
In order to get your name on this plaque, you physically had to die on the site. If you were injured on the site, taken by ambulance to the hospital and died at the hospital, your name wasn't on the site.
This monument is actually people that were pronounced dead on the site itself.
Many more people that actually died as a result of the steel.